Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how to clone this project. This is going to be an updated version for 1.40. So anyway, so the first thing is if you come over to the repo, if you have the repo access, then you can copy this to the clipboard or you can open with a GitHub desktop. If you already have a cloned version of this project in your GitHub desktop app, then doing this will not pull up a menu inside of here asking you to clone it again. So if that's the case, you can go to File, Clone Repository, URL, and you can paste that, or you can go to github.com, select the repository that you want to clone, which in my case I already have it locally. So these are local projects right here for me, I think, because I'm signed into this account, maybe, probably. So anyway, you can do it this way and choose your local path and clone it. Once you've done that, you'll get a folder right there. This is the game animation sample project. I'm going to copy all these files and I'm going to paste. It's going to ask me if I want to overwrite DAO files. I'm going to say no. You do not want to overwrite my files because my files have things in them that are important to my project. So if you replace these files, just know it's going to break stuff, guaranteed. So what's inside of here? INI files, because I've added some gameplay tags to the project file. So this includes the gameplay tags so that you don't have to. It also includes the skeletons with the sockets and virtual bones already set up on them. If you overwrite these, then you'll have to recreate those yourself for all the characters. Also, I have the contextual animation scene plugin enabled, which is why I include the uProject file now. So I'm going to skip these files, and then also I renamed this to game animation sample so that it'll prompt you to overwrite that or not, so that you don't say no and then end up with two and decide, hey, I shouldn't open the DAO one, I should open this one instead. So to reduce confusion, that's the reason why I did that. So now I'm just going to go ahead and open it. This will be a very easy setup, and I've taken some measures to make it a little fail-proof. For example, with the contextual animation scene, for the pistol pickup animation that I've recently added, if you don't have a nav mesh in here, then it will not work because you can't move your character to a location using an AI controller if there's no nav mesh. So even the simple move to for the player controller requires a nav mesh. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the DAO folder character data, char data. We're going to select this guy here, expand to this select game mode under the world settings, and press this back button. Now, if you hover over, it should say _DAO at the end of that pawn class name. And now we can play it, and we should be able to switch over to our pistol by pressing E, press L on the keyboard to drop it, and then press F, and it should pick it back up. Now, it still does that little camera thing, and the reason why is because by default inside of the project setting, the characters settings, I actually have it right here, so that it runs the setup first, and it unpossesses the character, and then sets the character back as the view target, and then it runs some other stuff. So we actually won't know if there's no nav mesh until we try to run this. There's no other easy way to do that unless I do a get all actors of class. So I could do that, but I'm not going to. If you don't want to use this, then just bypass this like that. That's all you have to do. And it simply won't play that animation. And a lot of you probably won't even like it. So that's the reason why I'm letting you know now. That's how you will handle that. So if you do want to use it, you can come over here to the place actors and search for nav. and you should see this nav mesh bounds volume. Drag this out into the world and press R on your keyboard and scale this out. Press P and that'll show you where the nav mesh is. Okay, so you can also scale it up like this. So anyway, now that I have this in here, I should be able to come over here, switch to my pistol, drop the pistol, and then I should be able to come over here and pick up the pistol and it'll play the animation. So it actually tried to pick it up with the right hand, but that's because I don't have no left hand pistol pickup animation. Yeah, I may make one later. Okay, yeah, but that's fine. Some of you probably won't even care anyway. So anyway, that was mostly to show as an example of how you can work with contextual animations to get proper placement of things. Now, that's not really ideal for, so I'll show you. It's not really ideal for a pistol pickup, but you'll see it works. And in actuality, this animation was meant for him to approach it like this, but with it on this side. See? But I added some logic in here that allows that offset, which is supposed to be right here, to be swiveled around here to be oriented with the player as the player approaches it from different angles. So I did that because, you know, because these have physics on them, it's kind of hard to predict like where the player might approach it from. So anyway, that's basically the rundown, guys. That's how you set this up. As far as the other characters, you can go to the widgets, open up the game animation widgets folder, and you'll see these are all the base game animation sample project characters. If you go to the DAO folder, the characters folder, under each of these, you'll have these here. You can't just click and drag them there, unfortunately. You have to select them, and then you can click and drag them over here. So that's how you would do that. Once you've replaced those on that widget, you can open up that widget by coming down here, and you can right click and run editor utility widget. That'll open it up in a window. I have mine docked. I'm going to select this guy right here and then play the game, and you'll see, there we go. All right. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.